collecting beer mats for about 20 years now. It started when I used to work in a pub in rural Devon called the Journey's End, and among many jobs I worked as the barman, and one day we had a clear out and I discovered this kind of tattered old box full of beer mats from the kind of 70s and 80s that were in there, just kind of shoved away. And I was pulling out these, and the design of them had, in some ways hadn't changed a bit to the ones that I was having to place out on the tables every day. And in another way, they were really kind of evocative of an era. They seemed to kind of contain in the time, and I loved, they were kind of battered, they had kind of beer stains on them. In the bar, I'd pick up the beer mat and shove it in my pocket and take it away, and then keep them in the box. Over time, I've kind of built up hundreds. So when I was a student, I did the kind of classic thing and had them all peppered on all over my wall, and there'd be hundreds kind of looking at. Then I put them into this bag and just kind of lost them for about 5 or 10 years. At a time where I wanted to do something with them, so I turned them into artworks. So I painted around a circle where a pint glass would go, and added my own painting to these beer mats, and then I put them into pubs around the country and kind of left them there. Some of them got really creative. I love the ones that had kind of reproduced old paintings that would almost be seen on pub signs or something like that, so they felt like they were really from an era that was beyond my own, and I think those are the ones that I really warmed to. And I stopped. I stopped doing it because I think I changed. I stopped going to the pub. I stopped being the young artist, and I started being much more of a parent. I also like the idea of what I was, or the study of what I was as a person who collects beer mats. Is called tegestology, and I just think that there's this really lovely term that seems to be something of real kind of importance. Tegestology sounds proper, and for it to be the study of beer mats, I think it's just this really nice thing. So I kind of really liked, when I found that out, it was almost the time when I stopped collecting, that I kind of found that it was something that I was doing as proper, where it felt like it was something that was improper.